Well, you know, whether time is probably the most and precious thing we have today, you know, beyond anything else. I mean, we live in societies of comfort, and time is probably what people are most struggling to find more of. When you ask them, that's probably they want more time than they want money. So for me, time is a poetic notion. I mean, we can find time everywhere today on our cell phones, on the streets, on our computers. But in many ways, you know, there is a romantic side to time, and that's what I wanted to express with this project. So the watch for Issey Miyake was really an exercise in seeing if we could experience time differently. And it's an analog watch. All of the Issey Miyake's watches are analog. So it's not like you can do some special effects with digital elements. So with an analog watch, it's very tough to find a new way to experience time outside of traditional hands. So what we did, the biggest exercise on this project was to find a way to make time appear and time disappear, and to give a sense of both the past and the future as one was reading, you know, the present. There was another aspect, which is, you know, you have 12 numbers on a watch, but you really need just one. You need just to know whether it's 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock. Making the numbers appear and disappear is a way to just give you the one number that you need at any given time. So the way we achieve that is by having two surfaces slide on top of each other, and they essentially hide or reveal the pattern underneath. And it's very much like a moire pattern. It's almost like a graphic trick, but I don't think that it was done before on a watch, and I want to show you because it's really it's really sort of a unique approach. So the whole front is glass, and then you can see a number appearing and moving further, and you can see, for example, 2 o'clock disappearing and 3 o'clock appearing, and then 4 o'clock appearing and 3 o'clock disappearing. So it's a very emotional way to experience time. It gives you a sense of the moment passing and the moment that's about to come. So this was actually, you know, this is one of these projects where you know what you're looking for in your heart. You know, there is nothing in front of you. There is an idea in your head, and there is a white piece of paper in front of you. But you know you're trying to sort of give this different experience of time. So it took quite a long time to get to a place where these patterns would work on top of each other. We actually have about 50 different little mock-ups where we would rotate a graphic element over another and try to see how we could reveal it. So it took about a year and a half, 2 years to get to where we're now. So we use the materials we use are fairly common and proven in the watch world, which is stainless steel and glass, but the construction is actually unique. We constructed the watch to have a view of the interior all the way from the top. So the top portion of the watch is all glass. It's a thick, 3 millimeter thick piece of glass that covers the entire top surface. And it's a unique construction because it goes over the stainless steel and creates a unique sort of effect. You know, there's a lot of reflection, there's a lot of refraction of the glass there, and it's, you know, it feels also, you know, the way it sort of dances with light, I think is quite interesting. You know, Issey Miyake is an amazing brand. So for me, the restriction is more philosophical than physical. You know, in many ways, I've always seen Issey Miyake as more almost like a designer, more like an industrial designer, you know, interested in the processes, interested in, you know, the way a factory would make its clothes, more than seasons and sort of artificial inspirations. So as a designer, I always really related to Issey Miyake a lot. So the challenge for me, the restriction, was how can I do something that is worthy of such a master, I believe, in the, you know, in the world of creativity, really beyond the world of fashion. And for me, Issey Miyake's, the feel of his clothes and of his brand is just as much spiritual as it is sort of physical. So I was trying to match that, you know, trying to get there with a watch. This is actually the first analog watch I've designed, but I've designed a digital watch 6 years ago for Mini Cooper, the car company, but I've only done one of each. A watch for a German company and a long time ago, and now a watch for a Japanese creator and designer. The Issey Miyake project is really a collaboration between Issey Miyake, the designer, the fashion designer, Seiko, which is one of the largest and amazing manufacturers of watches in the world, and a designer, which they pick to work with them, and it happens to be me this time.